Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So as promised by myself a few weeks ago, today I'm going to be doing my favourite all-time Colourpop eyeshadows. Now Colourpop's been around for about 2.5 to maybe 3 years now. I would still say that they are an up-and-coming brand. They have definitely branched out immensely. They now ship pretty much all over the world, including the UK. I personally tend to get mine shipped to MyMallBox, which is a shipping company in the US, and then I have them shipped over to myself. I'll link my video explaining all of that stuff below so that I can just keep to the specifics of what my favourite eyeshadows are. So I have used, or my collection consists of, a lot of Colourpop eyeshadows. I love them. The price point, they're $5. So to me, that's in the UK, what, £4, if that, depending on what the exchange rate is. Obviously, before Brexit, it was a lot better for me, but now it's a little bit more difficult. But regardless, it's still very, very cheap. And I've got loads of their eyeshadows. They're metallics, they're pearlized, they're satins, they're metallic luxe. They've got all different types. They're sheer ones, matte ones. They've got a variety of different types of textures. They've got hundreds of different colours. And what I find with Colourpop as well is that because the price point is so low, meaning I'm assuming that the cost of production is not so high, they've always got new collections coming out all the time, even to the point where they are finally releasing their first ever powder eyeshadows, because the ones that they have released previously or are as part of their core collection, they are cream to powder eyeshadows. So their eyeshadows are actually called our Super Shock shadows, and I'll just read the little card that sometimes they send with it. What the actual product is described as. This long wearing cream powder has an elastic like texture that is totally party proof. Avoid the fallout from traditional powder shadows and say goodbye to raccoon eyes. This feather soft formula glides on and feels freaking amazing. Super Shock shadows come in tons of kick-ass shades, kissed with glitter and tweaked with multiple fabulous finishes. And then the way that they tell you to apply it, because not a lot of people will know how to necessarily apply cream products because they can be considered a little bit more complicated and a little bit more longer to put on than normal powder products. So it says, for maximum coverage, use fingertip and tap shadow onto lid. A flat fine tip synthetic brush will make the magic happen and is the perfect tool for detailed application close to the lash line. And it says to blend using a fluffy brush that has good movement. Dip the tip of the brush into the shadow and apply with the windshield wiper movement throughout the crease of the eye to make your shadows softer and more diffused. And then when you've finished, make sure you close up the eyeshadow really tightly, because if it is open for a long period of time, it can dry out. Now, the one thing I do have to say about Colourpop eyeshadows, they last for a year. I mean, I know a lot of makeup brands out there obviously have on the back how many months theirs last for, but Colourpop's do last a year before they dry out. A couple of mine have started to dry out. That's not because I've left them open, it's just because they've gone over a year. So that is just something to bear in mind, but obviously they don't cost a lot to replace. So I wear Colourpop eyeshadows a lot, and I do, like I said, I've got loads and loads of them. Every time they come out, I buy more and more and more. And over the Black Friday and the holiday season, they've had sales left, right and centre. I've restocked a bunch of things as well. But when I was putting together my favourites, and these are my top 15 favourite eyeshadows, I was going to do 10, but then I kept picking up other ones. So I was like, let me do top 15. I've noticed that none of them are matte. They are all metallic, full on glittery, shimmery metallics. And the reason being, because I don't want you guys to think that, oh, the mattes aren't so good. The mattes are good, but it is that whole thing that it takes me a little bit longer to blend them out than it does with normal powder eyeshadows. And I don't always have the time to spend to blend out my eyeshadows loads. What I tend to do generally, and I've noticed, I was even looking through some of my old Instagram pictures. I'll link my Instagram page here. It's at Charlena. I always tend to use a crease shade, any standard matte crease shade, and then I will take a Colourpop metallic shade and I'll pat it onto the lid. Boom, the look is done. The metallicness of these is so intense that it almost looks as if I've got full-on glitter on my eyes, and I absolutely love it. The range of shades is amazing. I actually wear these to work as well, because I can get away with wearing them to work, because the shimmer is, it's not chunky per se. It's not chunky like glitter, but it's almost like glitter but not glitter, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show them all to you now. These are my top 15 favourites, and I'll tell you the ones which I've repurchased as well. Some of them when I bought them were limited edition, but they keep coming back. Some of them were out last holiday season, but they've come out again this holiday season. So I'm going to show you them regardless. You can have a look online to see whether they're available. They come, they go, they come, they go, they disappear, they get brought back. That's just how Colourpop works. So this shade here is called Koosh, and it is an ultra metallic shade. One is a stunning taupey silver shade. I wear this all over the lid as well as on my tear duct as well. Really creamy and easy to apply. These, by the way, are all going to be one swipe. This colour is called Sleigh. I got it last Christmas and I just repurchased another one for this holiday season because they re-released it again. This is a stunning glittery mint green. This shade is called Prickly Pear. Again, it came out last holidays and it's out again. This is a stunning sheer rose gold shade. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's just a standard metallic. This one is called Snakebite and it's also an ultra metallic. There's a beautiful yellowy bronze. Gorgeous, full coverage. I love it. This one is called Telepathy. It's an ultra metallic and it's from the Kathleen Lights collaboration Where the Night Is. You can buy it individually or as part of the entire quad. And this one is an intense yellow green, really unique shade. Gorgeous to wear on the lid. This one is called Tinsel and this is just a standard metallic. This one came out the last holidays and it's out again, and I bought another one. This one is definitely one of my favourite shades. It's a gorgeous pinky mauve with lots of multi-dimensional pearl in it. I use it a lot. This one is called So Quiche. It's a bit broken. Sorry, that's just how it was sent to me. And this is a metallic. If any of your eyeshadows show up like this, you can just push them back in because they are cream to powder, so they're quite squidgy. This one is a really unique shade as well. It's like a bronzy pinky purple. It's because it's got so many different metallics in it, it gives off different types of colours depending on the light you're looking at it in. This is called Bubbly and it's a metallic shade. This one is a beautiful baby sparkly pink. I use this on the lid when I'm going for more softer girly looks, and I apply it to the tear duct as well to really brighten up the eyes. This one is called Cheap Date and it is a metallic. This one is a gorgeous brightly spun gold. I use this on the lid as well as on the tear duct as well. This one is called Kathleen Lights from the Kathleen Lights Where the Light Is, the first collaboration she did with Colourpop. You can buy this individually or you can buy it on its own, and this one is in pearlized finish. And this one is a stunning bronzy orange shade. Really flattering to use. This dirty looking one is called Tassel and it's a metallic. It's just dirty because I've dipped other brushes in it, and because it's white you can just see other shades on it a lot more easily than other eyeshadows. And this one is a beautiful icy white frosty colour. Great to use on the lid, but I tend to use this more on the tear duct. This is probably one of my oldest eyeshadows. It's called I Heart This and it's a metallic. I love it. I need to buy a new one because I think it's going kind of hard. Another beautiful taupey silvery shade. This shade is called Krinkle. Again, a re-release for the holidays, and this is a metallic shade. It's a really beautiful kind of seafoam green shade, a greeny blue shade. Gorgeous to use on a night out. This one is called Fringe and it's a metallic. I've only just got it, which is why it doesn't look that used. It's a very soft champagne-y gold sort of colour. Not as intense as the others, but it really works nicely as a topper on top of other eyeshadows as well as on the tear duct. And this is another quite new one. It's called Catnap and it's a metallic. And this one is a really pretty sparkly pink. I mixed this with, I think it was Tinsel, and I wore that on my lid for Christmas Day. So that's it for my favourite eyeshadows by Colourpop. I also just wanted to mention something. Now I know that the size of them can be deceiving. You're like, how much do I actually get in it? You don't actually get that much product in these, which is why the price point is also so low. I'm going to show you one of mine which is almost finished, just to give you an idea of how much product you actually get in it. Because sometimes when they put things like this many 0 ounces and this many grams, you're like, alright, well, what does that mean? How much is that in the actual product? So let me just quickly show you. This is one that's nearly finished. Can you see? You don't get that much in it. So that's just something to bear in mind when it comes to the price point. Obviously, if you own like loads like I do, you won't get through them as quickly as others. But if you do have like 3 or 4, you will get through them quite quickly. But then you can always repurchase them because they don't cost that much. But that's just something I wanted to mention to you guys in case you weren't aware. And the most important thing is definitely screwing them up really tight, not letting any air get inside, because I did make the mistake of accidentally leaving one out all day. When I came home from work, it had almost pretty much dried up and nothing I could do could save it. So just bear that in mind. But look how amazing my hands look. So can you imagine how amazing your eyes look when you use these? I just love them so much. And I restock on a lot of these quite often because they're worth it. In my opinion, they are really worth it. For those of you that like to use something that resembles glitter but don't like using glitter because it can be too chunky on the eyes, it can be bad for sensitive eyes, it can fall on your face, that sort of thing. You don't get that with these. So this is, to me, definitely a great alternative to using glitter. I know this is totally going over 15 to 16, but I can't believe, if you were to ask me what my favourite one out of all of these is, it's the one that I forgot. It's this one. It's called Sequin. I can't believe I actually forgot it. I had to just stop filming, go back and get it. And let me show it to you guys. It looks like this, and it's a metallic. It is the most gorgeous shade. It's probably my most worn shade out of all of them. Just look at it. Can't believe I forgot it. Honourable mention to Sequin. So that's it. If you've got any comments or questions to do with these eyeshadows or this video, feel free to let me know below. Other than that, I hope you guys are great. Like, comment, subscribe. What else? I'm wearing Ofra Cosmetics Havana Nights liquid lipstick on my lips. And that's it, really. So yeah, hope you guys are lovely, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.